And today we're celebrating what, Wally?
Pie Day.
Pie Day! It is March 14th, which means it is 3.14, which is pi, the mathematical constant. So we thought we're gonna make a pie inspired by one of our Disney constants, Robin Hood! So let's get baking.
I gotta know, when can we do this again?
All right, well, we are so excited to participate in this collab today. This is such a fun idea. This was all organized by Jen over at Life Joyfully Done, and there are a ton of awesome channels participating in this super awesome collab. So make sure you check out everybody's channels, link down below, and go see all the fun pies that everybody's making, because seriously, there's some really awesome pie recipes that are gonna be shared today, so you don't wanna miss those. We had a hard time deciding what pie we were gonna make, but Robin Hood is my favorite. He is my constant. So I thought, you know what? I gotta do a Robin Hood pie. So what kind of pie are we gonna make, Wally?
A Robin Hood pie and that and potato.
Mashed potato pie. We're gonna make a shepherd's pie because I thought that was so perfect for Robin Hood. And it's a great dinner. So we are gonna make a mashed potato with lamb meat shepherd's pie. I'm so excited. So let's start cooking. All right, well, to start, here's all the ingredients that we're gonna need. So for our filling, we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 cup chopped yellow onion, and 1 pound of a lean ground beef or ground lamb. I really love the taste of lamb, so we're gonna go with lamb, and it's much more traditional. We are also going to do for seasoning 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, a teaspoon of dried rosemary, and a teaspoon of dried thyme, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I have a black pepper allergy, so we use white pepper. We're also gonna need a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 garlic cloves, minced. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. We do have a gluten allergy in our house, so we'll be using the Bob's Bread Mill 1-to-1 baking flour. We need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 cup of beef broth, but again, I don't really like beef all that much, so we are gonna use mushroom broth, which I really love, just like the earthy flavor that mushroom broth brings to a dish. And then we are going to mix in 1 cup of frozen peas and carrots. This recipe also calls for half a cup of frozen corn, but my husband has a corn allergy, so we will not be doing that. We'll just be going a little bit heavier on the peas and carrots. All right, and then for our potato topping, we are gonna use 1.5 to 2 pounds of russet potatoes. We're gonna peel those up and cut them into cubes and boil them, so I'm gonna get going on those. We are also going to do 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which is 1 stick. We love using this Flora plant butter. We've been getting it free in our Green Chef boxes, and I was really skeptical of it because we really like the Earth Balance butter. But this stuff is so fantastic and has tons of flavor. So we'll be using 1 stick of that. And then it calls for a third a cup of half and half. We have a dairy allergy in our house, so no dairy for us. I'm gonna be substituting oat milk instead. And then it calls for a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 a teaspoon of pepper, and then a 1/4 a cup of Parmesan cheese, but we are actually going to use a goat's cheddar cheese tonight, which I'm super excited about. I think that the cheddar is gonna be really good in this recipe. All right, well, I know that was a lot of ingredients, so I will also put all the ingredients in the recipe down below so you guys can follow along with that, because I know it's a little overwhelming to watch videos and just see all the ingredients. So I will make sure I list that recipe and link it for you guys as well. So this was about 4 of like the smaller potatoes, but if you're doing like a big russet potato, it should be about 2 big russet potatoes peeled and diced, and it's about 2 pounds of potatoes. So we got those all ready. You gonna put them in the water? Okay.
Already put 2.
Be careful. Woo! Oh my goodness, cooking with a 4-year-old. All right, our potatoes are cooking. We're gonna let those go for about 10-15 minutes until they are fork tender. And now we're gonna start on our meat.
I want the potatoes, but I don't want them to burn.
You're gonna wash the potatoes because you don't want them to burn? What are you saying? Does Mom have a tendency to burn things?
Yeah.
You keep an eye on the potatoes, okay?
And I take them done, and then you will come and take them out.
Okay. All right, well now it's time for my least favorite thing, cutting the onion. But I've got on my protective gear, so does Wally. But mine are official onion goggles. These are a lifesaver. They're my favorite thing. And actually, they kind of accessorize well with my outfit today. So let's get chopping. All right, well our onions are all diced up, so I'm gonna add these into a hot pan with a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm just gonna let them cook up until they're like starting to soften, about 5 minutes. All right, well I've got my ground lamb added in with my onions, and I've added in my spices. I've got my parsley, rosemary, thyme, salt and pepper. That looks really good and it smells delicious. All right, well our meat mixture is looking really good, and our potatoes have been drained. I'm just letting them sit for a couple of minutes and evaporate off any excess liquid that they might have in there. And while that's going, I am preheating my oven to 400 degrees. We're gonna bake the pie for about 25 minutes once we have it all assembled. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna get ready is my Worcestershire sauce. So I've got a tablespoon of that. And then Wally is gonna help me mash up our 2 cloves of garlic. And if you don't, here, let me help you, buddy. If you don't have one of these from Pampered Chef, this is like probably my favorite kitchen utensil, but it makes mashing garlic super simple.
That's a giant piece of garlic.
Yeah, that was
honey.
a giant piece of garlic. But so much easier than having to hand dice it. And then it even has this fancy little like
Projector.
brush in it. You just put that up under there
It's a hard brush.
and you just push it right on out.
Look at that, clean.
So easy. I've got Robin Hood and Little John over here.
Little John.
Put to work shredding up our cheese. And that's gonna be so yummy.
This cheese is so good.
All right, now it's time for Wally's favorite part. Potato mashing. Hey, be careful. You're flinging potatoes. All right, well, Wally got all the potatoes mashed up. They look really good. So now we're just gonna mix in our stick of butter and our milk and our garlic powder and our salt and pepper. It's gonna be so yummy.
Yum.
All right, well our mashed potatoes are all mixed up and they smell so good with that garlic in there.
No.
So now we're just adding in some cheese, and I'm just gonna actually, so the recipe calls for Parmesan cheese, but we used a goat's cheddar cheese. So I think that'll actually be really good, and we're gonna put some more on top as well, just so we have some melty cheese sprinkled on top.
Never have too much cheese.
All right, Wally, let's see. What's the official taste test of the potatoes? That was a big bite. And?
No.
Are they good?
No.
You're gonna eat more? We need pie. We need potatoes for our pie. Whoa, that's a big bite. All right, well, they must be good. All right, so my meat is looking delicious, and now I'm actually gonna add in my Worcestershire and my crushed garlic and let that cook for another minute just so it can really incorporate. And then we're gonna start to make our broth. All right, so that's all cooked up and the smell is amazing. It smells so flavorful. I'm really excited about this. So now I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And I'm just gonna kind of stir that around until it gets thickened. And then we will add in our broth and our peas and our carrots. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Nice and thick. So now I'm gonna add in 1 cup of our mushroom broth. Like I said, the recipe calls for beef broth, but I just don't really like beef all that much. And then it calls for a cup of frozen peas and carrots. I'm just gonna eyeball it. We're not gonna use the corn. So if you like corn, and then you would also mix in I think a half a cup of frozen corn as well. We're just going with peas and carrots. So now I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and then I'll let it simmer and cook for about 5 minutes. Then we'll be ready to put this down, top it with our mashed potatoes, and stick it in the oven. All right, well that looks and smells so good. So now I'm gonna put this down in our pie pan. I just have like a ceramic pie pan. I did spray it just so it doesn't stick. I'm gonna put that down, top it with our mashed potatoes and some more cheese, and we'll be ready to go. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. So the recipe does call to like put it more in like a casserole dish, but since it's pie day, we're going pie plate.
Yeah.
Here goes the mashed potatoes.
No.
Did you just go get a spoon to steal,
Yes.
steal potatoes?
Wally.
That's okay. One more bite. You're just gonna take all the mashed potatoes off the top.
Yeah.
You love mashed potatoes.
I can't stop eating them.
You just can't stop.
I
them.
had to eat all of them.
You have to eat all
We
of
can't
them.
eat any more because that pie, those taters barely cover that there pie.
I know, you've been eating so many of them. Wally, did you steal the whole pot of potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you scraping it clean? I guess they're good, huh?
I can't stop eating them.
Alright, well, final ingredient in our house is gonna be topping it with some more cheese. Because you can never have too much cheese in that. Just looks so
That
good.
looks so good. Oh, good heavens. That's a whole block of cheddar.
No shame. No shame. Alright, well there it is, going in 400 degrees. We're gonna cook it for about 25 to 35 minutes. I did put it on a pan with some foil underneath, just in case it bubbles over, because there's a lot of good bubbly meat in there. Alright, well while our pie is cooking, I wanted to call out these awesome aprons that we have on that my mom made for us. Gotta be able to Disney bound even in the kitchen. So we've got Robin Hood, Little John, and Maid Marian. And they're just so cute and so fun. I love that now we have like a Disney bound that we can
Apron
do
set.
while we're cooking. So fun. So thanks, Mom. What do you think, Wally? Does it look good? Should we pull it out?
Yeah.
Alright, it's pie time.
You got it on?
Listen to that sizzle. Okay, definitely was good we put the tray underneath.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of, oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh. That is a pie.
Yeah.
Ready, set, say pie day!
Pie
day! Now that is a shepherd's pie. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. I am so excited to eat this. Time to dig in. Should I serve it with this? Should I serve it with this? I don't know. I don't know how to serve a shepherd's pie. Do I use like a traditional pie thing? Or should I use like a spoon or like a spatula?
I would use a spoon.
Okay, we'll try a spoon. Okay.
Oh, look at that cheese.
Oh my gosh. Should I like cut it like a pie?
I mean, yeah.
I guess I'll just cut it across. And then I'll take
Is that how you cut a pie?
I don't
That'd
know.
be how I would cut a pie. But...
Okay, here we go. Wow, that looks amazing. I'm not very Martha Stewart-esque when I dish things up, but it still is gonna taste good, even if it doesn't look pretty.
What you're doing right now is you're mixing it together, which is what every shepherd's pie consumer does.
It looks so good. Oh my god, that smells so good.
Yeah.
The like garlic and the cheese is coming through. Oh, that looks amazing. First reaction, Wally, what do you think?
Good.
Is that amazing? Is that your new favorite pie ever?
Yeah.
You like mashed potato pie?
Good. Did you know how I was eating all those mashed potatoes on? Double bat mashed potatoes.
You ever had?
Yeah.
Now we have a whole pie of mashed potatoes. All right, first bites. And here's a philosophical pie question for you. Are you a pie with a spoon person, or are you a pie with a fork person?
And made even more difficult by a shepherd's pie.
It's true. I feel like we went spoon, and I feel like that was a solid choice. But I could have gone fork too. All right, let's try it. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Wow.
Cheese.
The meat is perfect. The lamb was a good choice. Like the seasonings are really good. Potatoes are amazing. And that like crispy melted cheese on top. Wow. All right, Mark, what are your thoughts? Well, you're going in like full spoon bite. It's really good, isn't it?
Really good.
Like we've made simple, just like mashed potato pies before, but we've never gone full bore with like the seasonings and the lamb, and this is really good.
And that cheese on the top.
The cheddar was a good choice, I think. I think the cheddar did very well with it.
Wine pairing recommendation was a Sangiovese, so I've got an Italian trifecta here, so it has to have Sangiovese in it. And yeah, it's gonna do very nice with this meal.
I think this was a perfect choice to celebrate Pie Day.
Excellent choice.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. This was so fun. Our pie turned out so good.
So good.
This is definitely going to be a favorite recipe, and since we're about to get a blizzard, it's perfect timing to have a shepherd's pie for Pie Day, because on Pie Day, we're probably going to have 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Snow!
Yeah. Not looking forward to that. So hopefully you guys all had a happy Pie Day. Go make some pie if you haven't already. Go watch everybody else's videos. Link down below for some awesome pie inspiration. And thank you again so much to Jen from Life Joyfully Done for coordinating this super fun collab. This was the perfect way to celebrate Pie Day. And I think we're going to be making another round of shepherd's pie so we can celebrate Pie Day on Pie Day. And maybe something else too. I don't know. We're gonna go watch all these other videos, and I'm sure we're gonna be inspired, and we're gonna want to eat lots of pie today. You should go eat lots of pie today. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Go ahead and leave us a comment down below with your favorite pie. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button to follow along with us. That bell icon will let you know when we have a new video. And Wally, what should they do to this video?
Give it a thumbs up.
This is the wonderful world of Walter.
And we love you just the way you are. Bye.
Bye. Wait.
Bye.